In this video, I'm going to show you how to get started with the Picture Perfect theme for Equity. Here's our site with our basic WordPress install with WordPress's 2014 theme. First thing we're going to do is install the Equity framework. When you ordered Picture Perfect and Equity, you should have gotten an email with a download link for those zip files. You need to go ahead and download those zip files to your computer. If you didn't receive that, just go to agentevolution.com and go to My Account. And those zip files should be available right here in your My Account page, and you can download them there. Okay, so I've already got those files downloaded to my desktop, and now I'm going to install them. So let's go to the dashboard of our site. And in the dashboard, we're going to go to Appearance Themes. Now the first thing we need to do is install the Equity framework before we install the Picture Perfect. So we're going to click on Add New. We're going to click on Upload Theme. Then we're going to choose File, and now I'm going to choose this file from my desktop. There we go. There's the Equity zip file, so we're going to select that. Install now. Now once it's installed, there's no need to activate it. You don't need to activate Equity. You just have to have it installed before you install Picture Perfect. So now we're going to go back to the Themes page, and we're going to do the same thing for the Picture Perfect zip file. Add New, Upload Theme, choose File. There we go. There's our Picture Perfect zip file. Okay, now that it's uploaded, we're going to click the link to activate it. Okay, now let's go to the front of our site and let's reload. And you'll see now we've got Picture Perfect installed on our site. Now it hasn't been configured yet, and there are other videos on how to set up those menus and widgets for your home page. Now some users find it's easier to get started if they have some sample content to begin with. And we do have sample content files included in that Picture Perfect zip file. Now you need to extract that zip file with whatever software you have on your computer. And once you extract it, you now have these files inside that Picture Perfect zip file. And inside there's a folder that says XML. If I open up that folder, you'll see there's some XML files and some WIE files that contain sample content that we're going to import into our site to use to start with. So let's go to our dashboard again. To import those files, we need to go to Tools, Import, and we're going to start with the basic content, which is a WordPress XML file. So we're going to click on WordPress. Now the WordPress import feature requires the WordPress importer, and we don't have it installed yet, so you'll get this pop-up to install it. So I'm going to install that plugin now. Okay, and now I'm going to click on the link to activate the plugin and run the importer. Okay, now that's the importer started, we now need to choose that XML file for the basic content. So let's go down to our Picture Perfect folder that we extracted to XML, and we want the one that says Picture Perfect Basic Content. Now we want to upload the file and import. Okay, now you have some options before you import that file, and the first one is to assign an author. You can create a new user on your site to make the author of these posts and pages, or you can assign them to an existing user that you have on your site. I'm going to assign to an existing user, which is Agent Evo. And below that you have import attachments. You want to make sure you check this box because that will also import those images that are attached to those posts and pages. And now I'm going to click Submit. Okay, now all that content's now imported. If I go to the front of my site and go to the blog page, you'll see now all those posts with the images have now been imported to my site. So I now have some sample content to work with. Also included in that XML folder is another XML file for listings. This is for the WP Listings plugin. So before you import that file, you must install the WP Listings plugin. So we're going to go back to our dashboard and we're going to go to Plugins, Add New, and we want to look for WP Listings. Okay, and here's the plugin. Now we already have it installed, it's just not activated yet. So we're going to go ahead and activate that plugin. Okay, and you'll see now we have a new menu item that says Listings, but we have no listings. So this is the content we're going to import. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to go to Tools, Import, WordPress, choose File, and now we're going to go to the one that says Picture Perfect Listings. Upload and do the same thing we did before. We're going to assign an author and check the box to download and import the images. Okay, now that's imported, if we go back to listings, you'll see now we have some sample listings in there. So if we want to view one, see there's one of the sample listings that's already been imported for us. Okay, now Picture Perfect, like all of our other themes, has a lot of widget areas, and new users find it hard to configure those widgets, especially for the home page. So we also have files where you can import those widgets, the sample widgets, to use. Now this requires an additional plugin, so we need to install that plugin. We're going to Plugins, Add New, and the plugin is called Widget Importer and Exporter. Here it is, Widget Importer and Exporter. So we're going to go ahead and install that. And we're going to activate this plugin. Okay, now in that XML folder, you'll see there's two widget importer files here. There are two WIE files. One for the IDX that includes the IDX broker widgets, and one that only uses WP listings widgets. For this video, we're going to use the WP listings one. In order to do IDX broker, you need to go ahead and install IDX broker plugin, add your API key, and get that activated before you import these widgets. So we're going to do just the WP listings one instead. So let's go, now that we've installed this plugin, the Widget Importer and Exporter. If we go back to the Tools menu, you'll see we have a new item here that says Widget Importer and Exporter. And we're going to select Import Widgets, choose File, and we're going to select the Picture Perfect WP Listings widget, WIE file, and import those widgets. And you'll see we've got our widgets imported. So let's go back to the front of our site and refresh. And you'll see now we've imported our widgets. We've got our latest blog post, our property search, we've got featured listings, testimonials, contact. We've got all those widgets in there that we imported in. So it gives us some sample content to work with. When you install Equity, you need to go ahead and activate your theme with the license key. You can either click here on this link that's at the top of your dashboard, or you can go to Equity License and enter your license key there. Enter your API key and your API email. You should have received those in the email that you got with your download links. If not, you can go to My Account and those keys will be there. Now if you're adding IDX Broker to your site, you need to install the IDX Broker plugin, and then you will need to add your IDX Broker API key. So I'm going to switch over to another site where this has already been added. Okay, I've got my equity license key in, and under equity license, I've installed and activated the IDX Broker plugin. And then once you do that, you go to Settings, IDX Broker, and you enter your IDX Broker API key. Now once you've got both those API keys, it will unlock the IDX Broker features that are built into the theme. And you'll see here on the dashboard of this site, since I have these keys in, I have some additional menu items. I have one for creating IDX Broker wrappers. I also have, let's go to Appearance Widgets. I now have additional widgets. I've got the Equity IDX widgets here that were not on our other site because we don't have IDX Broker. So this is how you unlock those IDX Broker features on your site. You have to put in the Equity API key and your IDX Broker API key. So this is how you get started with the Picture Perfect theme.